everybody, I'm Yvonne. Nice to meet you if you are new to my channel, well, virtually at least. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. And the video that I'll be doing today is affordable, cheap highlighting and contouring. I know you kind of seen highlighting and contouring all over Instagram, even Snapchat, and even Facebook. YouTube, obviously, and sometimes people might be a little confused on what that is and what to do. So this is going to be a video one explaining what highlighting and contouring is, and just showing you products that are really cheap that you can buy from Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, just products that I can't even talk today. Products that anybody can go buy. You don't need to go to expensive places. You don't really need expensive products to highlight and contour, even though there's so many that are selling right now. But you don't need to. And on top of that, I'll be showing you 2 ways how you can make your makeup last all day long. Actually, it's 1 way combined to 2. So, if you have an issue when you put on your makeup in the morning, and by the time you get to lunchtime or dinner-ish or happy hour, I don't know what type of your life you have, your makeup is kind of coming off, I'll show you how to ensure that your makeup stays on all day long. Obviously, unless you're like rubbing your face into something, it's not gonna stay on, obviously. But if you just don't do anything in your face, kind of just live your daily life, your makeup will stay on all day with this that I'm about to show you, this step that I'm gonna show you. And if you're wondering, I am doing a 10 pounds in 2 weeks lost diet challenge. It's a tongue twister. Why did I just say all those words? I'm doing a challenge, which is in my last video, and so far it's been a week and I've lost 6 pounds already. So I'm feeling whoop whoop. I'm feeling good, and I'm doing it with a couple of my friends. So I'm excited because they've lost weight as well. And I'll link that video below. What is wrong with me today? I will link that video below so you can check it out too. And if you're interested in a weight loss of some sort, you can do that too. Summer is coming up, guys. Clearly we're gonna jump right over spring. I don't know where you live, but where I live, I haven't really had much of a spring, so we're gonna skip right over spring. It's gonna be summer soon. You want that body, you want to look good. So if you'd like to find out how to do that with my challenge, it's in my previous video and I'll link that below. So without further ado, I feel like this has been the longest intro. If you want to know how I achieved this natural highlight and contour, see, I just like a little natural. It's not doing too much. Kind of want to be able to wear this during the day in the summer, or go to work with, or whatever you do with your day. Kind of want to be able to have this. It's really, really natural. You see the little highlight, and the contour is like barely there. It's just very natural. So if you want to know how to achieve this, just stay tuned. So we'll first start out with highlighting. And when people are talking about highlighting, they're talking about 2 different ways to highlight. So there's a highlight that you do it under your eyes right here in like the T-zone. I think you've seen a lot of people do it, or maybe you haven't. But there's that highlight, and the purpose of the highlight is to basically bring attention to those features. It's the features where when the light hits naturally, it hits those features. So you just want to kind of just bring them forward a little bit. So, and that's what you do with highlighting. This is the one way to highlight, and I'll show you. So what you need is this right here. It's the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and you can find this in any beauty store, even like Walmart and some CVS stores and Rite Aid. I got this one from a beauty store. It was like $3. So it's really, really, really cheap. And the color that I'm using is medium beige. The back right here, you can see it, and I love these because they give you really, really, really nice coverage, and they just look good. So let's get started. So what you want to do is just push it, and you get some, and you kind of want to make this triangular. Oh, also, you want it to be a shade or 2 lighter than your actual skin tone, just so you can bring the features forward. And it can cover up any dark circles, which I have now. Oh, sorry, again. And just to speed up time, I already have my foundation, and I have my concealer and all that stuff on. You start off like this, and you kind of make this triangular shape. You take a beauty blender And you see how that blends out pretty nicely? And sometimes when you have harsh edges, you just take a part where you haven't used and just blend that out. You see already how I look way more awake on this side than I do on this side. So that's what you're trying to do, and it kind of covers up my dark circles and all that. So what happens is you start, I don't know if you can see, you start getting these little creases where you naturally have like creases. I don't know, you might not, but I'm starting to, which is concerning. But these little creases right here. So this goes into why your makeup lasts all day versus not lasting all day. Is you need to set it. By setting, that means you need to take a powder, and I love this. I just started using this couple of weeks. I just started using this like last week, and I forgot her name, but I'll put it right here. But I saw her use it on her channel, and she said it was really, really lightweight, and it's like really, really good. This is the color, this is the Maybelline, it's a loose button, it's a color medium, and it looks a little light. See, it looks a little light, and it is, but it's like a setting powder. It doesn't really have a color to it. So I love it. It's so lightweight. You don't really even feel it. And what I did after I put on my foundation, I'll show you guys. I put some of this on, and that's how you make sure your foundation lasts all night. So I had done this, but I'll show you guys. So just put some on. What I did. The powder already came with a little sponge itself, which I'm going to use. So you're gonna put some product on the sponge, and don't worry, this may look like a lot, but don't worry. And you take it, I'm gonna put it right under your eyes. And this is what is called setting, baking. If you've heard this terminology, this is what you're doing here. Let that sink into the skin, just so you can make sure that it's blending. So you can make sure the cream and the powder are blending together. So you're gonna let that sink in, and we're gonna get started with contouring. And what contouring is basically bringing structure to your face and bringing like depth to it. So as you guys can see, I have a very round face, and I put my hair back just so you can get a clearer look at my face. It's very round. I have chubby cheeks. I've had these bad boys most of my life. No matter how much weight I lose, I still have these. So I've had chubby cheeks. And even if you don't have chubby cheeks, you just have regular cheeks, you can still use this contouring technique. You don't need to go buy a contouring palette or anything like that. I think people are excessive with that. You don't need a contouring palette at all. All you need is a foundation or powder that's around 2 or 3 shades darker than your skin tone. So highlighting, you need 2 or 3 shades lighter. Contouring, you need 2 or 3 shades darker. So this is, I'm using the Covergirl, and this is amazing. I love this stuff. This is a new one. I lost my old one. I have no idea where it is. So this is my new one I just got. And you'll take a brush that kind of has like this shape. It kind of goes like this. Like it's inclining up. Just so you can be able to contour the way you want to. I got this brush from Marshall's, but there's so many, like there's an elf brush. There's so many cheap brushes that are like $2 or $3 from Walmart, CVS that do the same exact job. So this is the one I'm using. It's just a little gold one. It's a 2-sided one, but this is the one I'm using. So you see how it's slanted and it's low. It has some depth to it. I use this right here, my little hair or whatever, right here to kind of gauge where I need to contour. So I kind of go like this. To make sure you don't bring it too far out, is you put 2 of your fingers and you kind of go like that. And you kind of, you know, so like that. And you're gonna go on your forehead. Also, another technique is you can feel right underneath your bone, your cheekbones. And you can do that. And also, if you have a little, you know, neck situation right here, you can contour that too. Wipe off that extra powder. And also, just to make sure your contour isn't too harsh. I don't like a harsh contour. You just kind of blend it out. Just blend that sucker out. The middle is just kind of bare, so I just always contour my nose and just give it a little more shape. After I put foundation on, my face is just really flat, so I contour my nose as well. You just use a different brush. It's a little smaller. You can find this brush or any brush like this e.l.f. There's this from Walmart. Any brushes that are like this. I usually start contouring from my eyebrows right here, and I start making this. So this is the second type of highlighting, and this is the one that you may see on Instagram. People are like, I'm glowing for the gods, whatever. You probably see on Instagram and other places. And this is the highlighting that kind of goes right here, and it kind of just brings more attention to your cheekbones, and it kind of like highlights them, just like it sounds. So right here, usually in the middle of your nose, right here. So the one I'm using is the Milani, and it's the face and body one. I've had this for a long time and I love it. And it has, so what you want to do is have one that has like some shimmer to it. So it looks white on camera, but it has some shimmer to it. You start putting it, and you see how that's forming a little see that? And I kind of go like this. I kind of make like a little L. So on top of the powder that you put on, you need a setting spray. And I have this NYX one, which I really love. So what a setting spray does is just, it goes on top of your face and just kind of mixes with everything else that you already have on and sets it together. So this is what this is right here. And this I got from Walmart. Or CVS. I think I got it from CVS. Yeah, CVS. So it was maybe $5. It was $5 from CVS.